So today, with this conference, and then with the information and documentation that we will make available to all our members, we will be probably able to eliminate, let's say, 80% of the uncertainty. We will be able to eliminate a lot of doubts, and a lot of questions will be answered about the future of VSC, Vivo Smart Chain, and how Vivo Smart Chain will converge and in Persona project will converge into Vai OS. Okay, so let me spend a few minutes on explaining to you how and why this convergence of technology will happen and why it had to happen in this particular moment. So if you ask to the AI or also to other competitors' AI, the definition of iOS, you will listen, you will learn that iOS is the first Web3 based AI operating system. So Web3 means a technology, a platform, an ecosystem that works on blockchain and on the decentralization concept. So all the claims and the statement that we have made and the information that we have provided to you in the past almost now 2 years about Vivo Smart Chain and the wearable technology and how data in the wearable technology data are owned by the user and the control of the user, and where encryption provide the privacy, and so how Vivo Smart Chain manage your data from the wearable technology. So now, try to imagine all how this concept can be applied in the identical same manner to the ViOS data. So the way we have managed the data from wearable technology, so for your health and wellness tracked by the wearable technology by Vivo Smart Chain, now the same identical approach will be used for the data that are produced by the BIOS interactions. So for all those that are already familiar with our data NFT, with Vivo Smart Chain, that already have a data NFT, already using it for more than a year, have their wearable technology connected, they have their Biosense band, they have their ring, and now in the next few days, you guys start receiving the Biosense watch. You know how the system work and how the project works. So now this entire concept is going to be applied to your ViOS account. So it's going to apply to your ViOS application. Okay, so in order for our member to own their data, to protect their data, to have their data encrypted using Vivo Smart Chain, you need to have something, and you need to do something that you already do with your wearable technology, which is you need to have a data NFT. Okay, so to make it simple, try to imagine how right now you bind your wearable technology to the data NFT, and tomorrow you will bind your wearable technology to the data NFT, and you will be able also to bind your ViOS account to the data NFT. So as you know, the data NFT has been designed, it's been projected to become the ownership, the digital ownership, the ownership of your data. So you control, you own your data through the data NFT. So uh, whoever have this NFT, an NFT where there are no profile information, there are just the data from the wearable technology, whoever own that NFT own that data. So since you have that NFT, you have the private key of your wallet, so you own that NFT, you own the data associated to that data NFT. So it would be the exact same concept for BioS. So in order to own the data of BioS, in this case, to go a little bit further, you will own the memory. So you will own so let's figure this as the AI brain will be owned by the data NFT. So in the same way you own the data for your wearable technology, you will be able to own and control the data of your iOS. So basically what happened is that all the data that are collected by the iOS platform. So let's, for example, talk about the memory we just mentioned a few moments ago. So all the data that create and constitute the memory of your AI will be actually associated not to your profile, not to your personal account, but it will be associated to a data NFT. So the identity and the information that are contained into your AI brain, so in your AI memory, are owned by the data NFT. Okay, so in basically, if you think about, we did not introduce anything new. We are just applying the exact same technology, the same exact same approach of the data NFT for the wearable technology to iOS. So in the exact same way. So you can really figure this data NFT as the brain of the AI, so as the memory of the AI. So whoever actually and wherever you move this data NFT, it's where your AI goes. So it's not associated to your profile, to your account, or to your personal app, but your memory, your AI. So the personality of your AI, the knowledge of your AI, it's contained, or it's, let's say, it's associated through the data NFT. And this is a very powerful concept in terms of not only privacy, but also in terms of owning and how you can actually move, transfer your AI. So it's not about your app or your smartphone or your computer or someone cloud database where your data are stored. In this case, your AI is represented the ownership and the identity by the data NFT. So you can lose your phone, you can lose your access to your account wherever. Your data NFT is what give you the ownership of your data, and in this case of the memory that you built of the iOS. So you will be very much surprised on how easy and how intuitive will be for the iOS app to access to the Web3 world and to the data NFT. So I really want to give you a very quick example because it's really super simple. So it won't really require Web3 expertise or blockchain expertise to access to the data NFT or use the data NFT. Basically, during the activation of your iOS subscription, and so the creation of your profile, you will be requested to create a brand new wallet. So imagine you are a new user, and you will be requested to create a new wallet. The creation of the wallet would be it would be easier than what you do today with in persona, because we will give the option for the company to back up in a secure way with with a password, and so encrypted to store and back up your keys, so your 12 phrases, so that even you're not an expert or Web3 expert user, and someday you have a problem with your key or your 12 phrases, and we have seen happening a lot in the past 2 years, you will be able to use your password, your PIN to restore your wallet anytime you need to reinstall the app or reinstall your data NFT. The other option will be to import your in persona existing wallet. In this case, if the app is running on the same smartphone, you will just need to type your PIN number, and the app will import automatically the wallet from your in persona. So you will have really zero action to do. You just need to put your PIN number, and your in persona wallet will be imported into the iOS app. And then third option, you will be able to import any wallet. So you have a private key, you have 12 phrases. So let's say for a little bit more advanced or expert users, they will have the option to import whatever wallet they have. So if the wallet is new, the next step will be the app will mint your first data NFT. Everything will be automated. You will not need to have a gas fee. The gas fee will be paid by the company, because anyway, users are paying for the subscription. So there will be numbers of costs that are involved and are covered by your subscription. So there will be no action required to have a gas fee or to have any other sort of interaction with blockchain. In this case, your ViOS will be automatically bind to this NFT, that NFT. If you have imported your wallet from in persona, you will also see your existing data NFT. And then you will choose which of your data NFT you want to bind BIOS, because you may have a multiple data NFT with different levels. And so you will be able to choose on which one you want to bind your BIOS. Okay, so it will be simple as that. So just a couple of steps, fully automated, and will give you and to new users an immediate ownership of a data NFT. So now that you have a data NFT, you can also decide to participate to the reward program. So how you do that? You just do what you already do now. You decide at which level of the data NFT you want to activate the reward program. So level 1 to level 5, level 4, and then you stake VSC into the data NFT to activate your level. If you have a data NFT already with a level, you will not need to do anything. You will just join the reward program that you're already participating to. So because of this, I mean, for me, this is like a big things. It's a big news. It's what we meant for convergence between VSC, ViOS, and in persona. Because we will have a unique reward system that will be based on the wearable technology data blocks, so your health awareness data blocks, and also on the ViOS data blocks produced by your interaction with the ViOS. The details about the reward system that involve iOS data will be made available in the near futures, for sure before the release of the iOS 1.0, so that you will have all details on how iOS create the data blocks and how the reward system will work, because we will take the opportunity to revival and revisit the reward system, because as you understand here, the ecosystem is growing, it's becoming really something else. We will have also an evolution into the terminology. So you will see that HealthFi, we will move into DataFi. So because now the reward system, the Vivo Smart Chain will be based, and the reward system will be based more on generic data rather than specific health and wellness data. So there will be the health and wellness data from the wearable technology, and there will be other type of data that will come from the ViOS interaction. If we can go for to the next slide. Okay, so I'm sure you start to understand the implication and the powerful proposition and scenario that is in front of all of us for this important evolution of our ecosystem. Because I'm sure we are going to address probably the most important doubts and uncertainty that has been created in the past few months for the transition to iOS. Because now there are no more doubts about what will be the future of VSC, what will happen to my data NFT, to in persona project, and so what about iOS? They were looking almost like separate projects or a separate area of the ecosystem with no link and no connection between them. So now the proposition become only one, become a simple project to explain, to demonstrate, and to talk about. So there will be no more different direction or idea that there will be different direction, and this will create a very interesting scenario for the future of Vivo. And why this? First of all, now that this information is starting to become available to public, we will start to remove this uncertainty about the future of VSC and also the potential of VSC. We have just started an international PR campaign. As you have seen, the first article was on blockchain, bitcoin.com, a few days ago from our CEO of VSC, Mariana, where we start to talk about the AI and the interaction between the AI and the importance of and the role that AI is going to play in the society. And then there will be more now information and topics related to how data and how privacy would be more important to be managed into the AI scenario. And then, of course, the entire performance, or let's say almost the entire performance of VSC will be driven by the transaction, the data, and everything that will happen in a big way on the Vi OS platform. So daily interaction between ViOS and Vivo Smart Chain will require huge amount of VSC usage for gas fee, for transaction. And so we really predict and expect that just as a utility to mint more NFT, because the reward program will be revived by the iOS, and so there will be a lot of more utility coming ahead with the VSC. And then the ecosystem, as I just said, we become one unique platform and unified platform between what we are doing with the GPU clusters, what we are doing with the nodes and with the VSC. So everything will work as one project. And this is extremely important because as every, and in any market, asset like a token or coin get affected when there are uncertainty, when there is things that are not clear, when the direction is not super clear. So this is one of the reasons we was really um, we really wanted to rush into bring to you this information, create all the implementation and development plan, because we believe this is a key for the transition between this conversion process. And I want to take the opportunity to add few more, let's say, personal thoughts about the future of VSC and VI, and how these projects are very much different from many other projects in the blockchain space and also in the AI space. Uh, VSC coin as also VI token um, are asset and are tokens that are 100% utility. Okay, so what I mean is 100% utility. This is not token that has been created only to create hypes and speculation. And so, like a meme coin or like a project that they have no real life application. In our case, in both projects, iOS and VSC, the asset created, so the coin and the token, they have 100% of utility within the ecosystem. So what does it means is that the success of these assets, so VSC coin and Vai token, are directly connected to the success of the project in terms of revenue, in terms of numbers of members and users. It's not like many other assets where you just need to have the hype and so have the market come onto the trading platform and buy your asset because you can make a quick profit. Here's something really different. I mean, if we don't expand our member base with the subscription and with the new users, if we don't create revenues around our product and services, eventually the usage and the utility of our token and coin will be less, and so their value, of course, will not appreciate. So why I'm sharing with you this, as I was saying, this is really a personal thought. It's because what we are doing with Vivo, and when it comes to Vivo Social Fi, our unique business model and community, and then the Web3 industry, so the blockchain industry and community, we are in a presence on a very unique and sometimes I call a hybrid system. So that means we don't just have an investors community. So people that are investing in the coin, the token, and are waiting for a profit, and like many blockchain projects. But in our case, we have a community of 1,000 members that are actually actively contributing to the growth of the entire organization and company. So basically is our community that is generating revenue, that is growing the network, is growing the community. So is our business community the engine and the fuel at the same time that propel this company and this company grow. So what I'm trying to say is that, and this I address our business members. I address, of course, I'm not addressing our consumers, our customer or investors. I'm addressing our business member. This is a project that is going to work, is going to create value, and is going to create future with your active contribution. Because we have decided so. I mean, as a Vivo, we have decided that our distribution model, our business model, is entirely based on the Vivo Social Fi, on the Social Fi model. So that our business member cannot act like investors. They cannot act like investors sitting on their couch and waiting for the profit to come. You know very well from the very first moment you join our social fi that it does not work like that. We need your contribution, you need your work, your continued action in order to build this community and to build the success of Vivo. And of course, our social fi models rewards you to do that. And then that's where the balance is it's created. So again, my message to you is that when you have an expectation, and again, talking to our business members, when you have an expectation about the future value of our coin, the future value of our asset and our company, we have to together to look at the performance of the project. So how many subscription are we selling? How many new members and new customer are we getting on board? And so how many people are using our products? That are the metrics that will determine, at least by 80, 90% will determine the value of our project. So, as you know, in my previous call, I was calling for, I was creating a very big expectation, calling for a 1 million subscriber, Vai OS subscriber, to be done, let's say, in the next year. And so that is a sort of target and achievement that will definitely make the value of our asset and the value of the entire company to grow exponentially. So now we have a unified proposition, a unique product. So we don't have to decide or to choose if we want to talk about data NFT and health if you want to talk about wearable technology, or if you want to talk about iOS. We don't have any more this sort of options, but we will be able, and I'm talking about really in the next few weeks and months, to have a unique proposition where people on board with iOS, they access to the data NFT, they can buy a wearable technology to connect to iOS, and they can decide if they want to participate into a DataFi reward system. So simplicity is the key. And so having a simple proposition will benefit everyone, because there will be no confusion, no doubts, and people can access, all our members through iOS can access the whole range of products and services offered by Vivo. If you can go to the next slide, please. Okay, so let's see the other few important news about the convergence between iOS and VSC. Okay, we just mentioned that this is one of the biggest transition of VSC from an health a specific health data management, where data like sleep, step, heart rate, blood pressure, and all the wearable technology and health and wellness data are protected and encrypted to a more generic DataFi reward system. Again, as I said before, the details about how DataFi will expand to all valuable data used by the AI will be disclosed soon. So we will give details about how the interaction with Vivo AI will create the new data blocks for the DataFi reward system. Okay, so we believe we will be able to give and provide such details before the release of the iOS 1.0 to public. Okay, so the other big news that we are going to share with you today, so that again you can have a visibility of about VSC and the reward system. It's about our cooperation with VChain and the Better DAO project. As you know, guys, Vivo has been one of the pioneer into the Better DAO VChain project build for creating an ecosystem around all sustainable action to promote sustainability around the world. And of course, the health and wellness data and health and wellness management and tracking is one of the UN sustainable points in the agenda for creating a better and sustainable world. So when we started Better Token, so Better DAO, we was a little bit skeptic, just for the fact that the reward system, the idea to reward people for their sustainable action, in some way was resonating what we are already doing in Vivo Smart Chain. So we started this cooperation as creating an additional reward system based on the health index. So now, after several months of participating to the Better DAO project, we have moved from a skeptical position to strong believers of the potential of the Better DAO ecosystem. And in a few moments, I'm going to share some of my view and my takes on the incredible benefit of the Better DAO platform. So first of all, the Better DAO, as the word say, DAO is a decentralized organization, and they really demonstrated to be fully decentralized, fully autonomous, and so that a numbers of entrepreneur and just simple people and developers, they are putting together ideas and proposal and technologies to promote the Better DAO ecosystem and to promote sustainable action that will help our planet. And recently that we have started to expose VSC project to the VChain community. Remember, VChain community is a community of a few million people that are, is one of the very first blockchain project that started, if I'm not wrong, in 2015 or 16. So it's really one of the major blockchain project today in the market. So we started to expose the project to the Berte DAO community and the VChain community, and we started to see a huge interest and a huge welcoming of our initiative, our idea, and our technology developments. So we really get so excited that VSC could have a new way to reach Web3 users and blockchain users, becoming an active member of the Better DAO, an active member of this amazing community. So we have been thinking for a few months about this idea, and finally we were everyone convinced by the fact that we can really become active, as I say, active members of the VChain community, the Better DAO community, and so because of the compatibility and also the sharing of the same value, the data file can expand and can become integral part of the Better DAO project. So what we have proposed and internally, the board of the company and our members is to replace the VDB initiative that we announced about 6 months ago with a better token. And so the participation of Vivo, so the DataFi program, fully and actively in the Better DAO project and Better DAO ecosystem. So if you look at the Better DAO projects, they are adding many, many apps every week, and the user base is growing exponentially. And this is amazing because it will means for Vivo Smart Chain to have an enormous reach and exposure to a larger community so that we can bring our ideas, we can bring our technology, and we can bring our opportunities to the VeChain community, and immediately they have access and share this amazing project with millions of people. So in order to migrate the DataFi reward program completely into the VBetter DAO, there will be a few steps that we need to go through. So the first step is more a technology step. We need to complete the integration of the VeChain wallet and VeChain protocol in our application. So we need to be able to have a VeChain wallet directly in our application that will allow people to use directly the Better token on the VeChain ecosystem. So Better token is gaining popularity and gaining value almost every day. It's listed on major exchanges. So we believe is the right platform for the VSC and the DataFi expansion. So beside the technology integration of the wallet, as I mentioned, there is another step that is crucial for this migration. That is the participation of our community in the VBetter DAO community, which means participating into their channels, in their conversation, and especially in the voting mechanism, so the voting process that the VBetter DAO has in place in order to guarantee the sufficient allocation for Vivo to have a healthy distribution of token. So what will basically change for you once this migration will be completed? So the data NFT staking for gaining the level or keeping the level of the data NFT will be the same as it is now. You will require VSC to stake to maintain the level and to achieve level into the data NFT. However, the daily rewards for your DataFi data, so in this case, not only the data from your wearable, but also the data from your AI, will be paid in a Better token. Better token is a token that has a huge and large liquidity. So it's possible to be exchanged on a decentralized platform, swapping with our token, or directly sold on major exchanges, or used for other utility like staking and new utility that is about to be available in the Better DAO ecosystem. So this is a big opportunity for Vivo Smart Chain to become part of a larger family, a bigger family. To have a sort of overnight reach to millions of new members. And become part of a bigger and huge ecosystem that will benefit VSC, will benefit iOS, and will benefit all our single members. So guys, again, this is a brief, how to say, updates of the key points, and all this information will be made available to you with more details in the next few days and weeks. So please be patient, because it's a lot of that is going on. We are all excited about what is going on. And of course, we will do our best to make this information useful for you in a way that you can take advantage, you can benefit, and you can convert all this information into your brand new opportunity. So the migration to Better DAO, Better DAO, will be made again, not overnight. It will be a few weeks where we will share information, we'll share details. As I say, we will have a first migration, will be a technology upgrade of our app, where VeChain wallet will be available, and then slowly we will communicate the new reward system, the new data reward system, and then also give you a roadmap and a schedule on when the reward system will switch to Better token. Okay, so let's move now to the last news of this briefing. It's a very important news. It's directly connected and impact your business performance. And so let's move to the next slide. Okay, so we have taken a very important decision in the past few weeks. And is to move towards the opening of the iOS subscription model that will happen in July, with another moment of building phase and building process, that is the GPU clusters. And let me explain in more details. As we were already expecting and predicting, but actually you didn't really need the magic ball to predict that. Everybody's talking about how AI is growing day by day, week by week, how the demand of GPU and GPU power, computing power, is in large and growing exponentially demand right now. So uh, a group of you have been a couple of months ago in Dallas. You have visited our first GPU cluster server farm, where work for the installation and the configuration is still in progress. And so everything is exciting because we, as you know, building this first infrastructure of GPU cluster owned and made completely by our community, by our members. So we already seen the GPU prices and scarcity. It's already happening. Everything is skying rocket and going high. So we was thinking to take advantage of the moment we are right now in this transition to full operational AI subscription by July, to increase the numbers of GPU so that we can access to better price. We can access in a moment where scarcity is there, but we still manage to get good allocation. So we have decided to open another 2,500 GPU clusters for our community. Because now Vai token is already public, it is already a market price. The structure of the offering will be similar to the one you're already familiar with, which is the X1 cluster to X10 cluster with the variable APR, similar and same as you already know. The only difference is that the price will be a fixed price of $1.8 for any of the X1 or X10. So there is no quantity discount. So it would be 1.8 wherever you buy the X1 or the X10. The only difference will be the APR that will increase for the X increase. So for our business partner, this will be also a great opportunity to have a how to say a softer transition to the subscription model. We know the subscription model for BioS is a completely brand new business model for our community, and so let's take a little bit of time for our members to adapt to the new marketing tools, to the new presentation. So we do understand that this transition may also slow down your revenue performance. So we believe that the additional 2,500 GPU cluster may help this process in the next couple of months. At the same time, will allow Vivo to access to a better price for the GPU and having a better allocation before this going out of control in terms of price and scarcity. So we believe it's a win-win situation for all of us. So guys, I really hope to have shared with you important and key information for the project, for the roadmap. I was really excited to share with you this information. And I hope that you will see the project, will see Vivo moving forward at light speed with a lot of news and a lot of things that are upcoming, and I can wait for our next update call so that we can share more and more details. I really have a lot that I could share with you guys, but it's now already 1.5 hours talking. So I will leave you for the next part of the call with Rina and Alessandro Senatore, that will have other news to share with you.
Thank you, Fabio. Your vision always fires everyone up. Oh, sorry. Let me do this.
Okay.
Okay. I was just saying that your vision always fires everyone up, and look at us linking arms with other projects for even more exposure for our business community. The data NFTs are a crucial part of what makes Vai OS secure. Imagine if someone could access your AI and everything in it. That's why Vai OS is designed to be safe, private, and fully owned by you. The improvements we've seen so far are really incredible, and we're just getting started. So huge thanks to our early adopters and everyone supporting the beta stage, and of course to all of you here today. You've got a front row seat to something that's not just evolving, it's accelerating faster than the Lamborghini we gave away in Miami. And as you heard, your patience is paying off. This isn't just hype, it's real, award-winning technology, and we're just getting warmed up. So with the GPU clusters reopening, we're entering a new phase of growth, tools, and opportunity, and we're doing it together. Someone recently said, well, no one's heard of Vivo yet. So that's actually a good thing. That means that the door is wide open, but now it's your turn to talk about it. So don't wait until someone else hears it from somebody else. And as Fabio said, you are the engine of this company. You drive the value. So let's hit our target of 1 million users together. And just a couple reminders. There's only 3 weeks left to qualify for Vegas and our unforgettable themed party that you won't want to miss. And if you're on the Zoom, all the follow-ups, updates, and simplified explanations by Mariana and all the next steps will be shared in our Telegram channel. So make sure you and your entire community and your new members are connected there at Vivo Smart Chain announcements. Also, a big thank you to Mariana. She's already released 18 videos about the convergence of Vai and VSC, with more coming every week on that channel. And for those of you wondering about the migration of data rewards from VSE to Better DAO token, as Fabio explained, this will depend on your participation in the voting process. So we will only migrate when enough members participate. The tutorials are already available and your vote is needed to make it happen. So after that, it's a DAO. So VeChain wallet integration is also coming to in persona to make it easier to stay plugged in. Alessandro, I'll bring you on if you'd like to say a few words. Is Alessandro there? Okay, let's wait till he gets on. But what are you guys waiting for? Because somebody out there is waiting for this opportunity. So it's better that it comes from you. Is Alessandro coming on? Oh, Alessandro's microphone is not working right now. I can put you on speakerphone if you'd like. Here, let me call him. Hello, I have you on, so go ahead. We've got our CEO, Alessandro on. Go ahead.
No, I was just
Yeah.
saying that for some reason the system is not allowing me to open the microphone, but never mind.
You're-
I mean, we said
You're
everything.
okay, you're on speakerphone right now. So I guess I covered everything, you guys. On behalf of the entire
So it's
Viva.
okay. Just a big hug to everybody and see you soon in Las Vegas.
Okay, did you guys hear that? It's Alessandro. He's sending you guys all a big hug and he's excited to see you in Vegas. So that's a wrap. So on behalf of the entire Vivo team, thank you so much. We'll see you at the next milestone. And for some of you in Vegas. So let's unmute everybody so Fabio and Alessandro can hear you all.
Thank
Can we
you, thank
unmute
you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Again, I will see you in Vegas, and also looking forward to seeing and talking to you in the next call. We will have a few more calls before the Vegas event and also before the release of the public version of iOS in July. So we will have more updates, and we can't wait to share with you more news and more good news. Thank you so much, and talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys.